Morning, everyone. It's Thursday, June the 18th. This is your video for the Open, and it's video number 288. Just a reminder, if you like my work, please subscribe to the channel. There's not a lot of news out there this morning. The futures were down overnight with the follow-through from yesterday afternoon's late day sell-off. And the primary news item here is the coronavirus again. The China-Beijing problems that I outlined in last night's video are still there. And as I said, they have closed all the schools, shut 60% of their air traffic in and out of the city. So it's, they're trying to avoid a second wave, but nobody really knows. They said that the schools might be closed until February of next year. So that's a pretty extreme move. The way it's translated here clearly is airline, cruise line, hospitality, booking are all lower this morning. Delta had a virtual shareholders meeting, and at that meeting, somebody asked how many of their employees had gotten sick, and the CEO knew the number was 500, which seems kind of low for a company that employs over 50,000. And of those 500, 10 had died. So besides the concern of other individuals, there's also concern about the employees. So, people reticent to get back on the planes because of other passengers is one thing, but even if all the passengers are wearing masks, as most of the airlines are now requiring, you still have to deal with the workers, gate crews, flight attendants, etc. Okay, this morning, as of every Thursday, we had the employment numbers for continuing claims and initial filings. Initial filings was down 58,000, which is somewhat encouraging at 1,508,000. They were expected to be down 1.3 million, so not great. The 4-week moving average, though, has moved down from 2.0 million to 1.77 million, so that's somewhat encouraging. Continuing claims are 20.5 million, 20,544,000. Those sent the futures down a little, but when the Philly Fed came out with their number at 27.5 when it was expected to be down 20, we got a rally. So we were down about 100. We were falling a little bit and got down to minus 268 when the initial claims was announced. But since the Philly Fed number, we're now down 158, and we've been down as little as about 120. So I expect some weakness, but the fact of the matter is, we're due it anyway. So we had a lower high and a lower low. We're right on these moving averages, and as I've been mentioning, I think that this is bullish that we see the 50-day crossing the 100-day to the upside. Crossovers and moving averages are usually a pretty good read, as they were here, followed by here, followed by here, and here. So I'm expecting that I would doubt that we'll see 3,000 before we see 3,200. And right now we're practically dead center in the middle, and down about 15 on the S&P. The other chart I wanted to show you is the gold, which is lower again, having made another new test of 1850 unsuccessfully. But again, the moving averages here are really interesting. They are completely bunched up all in this area between about 17 and a quarter, 17.10, all the way up to about 17.35. And it looks like this will break one way or the other shortly. The Newmont mine is sitting right at support on the weekly chart, and that support happens to correspond to its last important breakout from this area. In earnings and estimates news, Kroger reported they beat both profits and revenues, and for a stock that has been pretty much immune to this market, it's moved from about 21 in August of last year, right now trading 33.29, up 48 cents or 1.5% on those earnings. But again, the stock really hasn't acted like the market. Carnival Cruise, a double miss, revenues and earnings pretty much in line with expectations, but between the virus issue and their earnings, the stock is trading 1776, down $1.33 or 7%. And U.S. Steel, symbol X, lowered guidance for this quarter, and the stock is being punished. $7.94, down $1.44 or 15%. And for all of you who are interested in what's really going on in the world, the JCPenney liquidation sale is on, if you can find a JCPenney. And Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's, owned by PepsiCo and Mars, are changing their logos and packaging. No more Aunt Jemima, no more Uncle Ben. Same thing with the Washington Redskins. There's always a move. And Land O'Lakes, also a new add to this group of socially correct, politically correct for Native Americans, are also. Land O'Lakes is going to change its packaging. It has a Native American girl on theirs, and the Redskins, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. And last but not least, there is a shortage of coins, which is kind of interesting considering most people don't use them because they don't have much in the way of value, and we haven't been shopping. But the mint has cut down on the issuance of coins to protect their workers. I'll be back later in the day. Have a good one.